Welcome back to the Burn Bootcamp podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. We are going to talk about
one of my favorite topics.
Your favorite topic.
Food.
Eating.
I love eating.
How to make better choices, how to kind of approach your week with like a goal mindset. And then maybe like when you're going out to eat, how to just make better choices when you have this big menu in front of you. So Matt, I want to start it with you. When you're going into a work week, because you work a full-time job, you're busy, you have a lot of things going on. How do you make sure that you have your nutrition set up for success for the week?
The biggest thing for me is always to have a protein and a carb source readily available, and I don't have to think about it. Mm-hmm. So, I think I've given this advice before, but always to have at least 3 days of that. So my protein and my carb source, I love white rice. I digest it easily compared to brown rice. Brown rice for me, sometimes I bloat a little bit. White rice, I don't at all. Like I can eat a whole thing of white rice and meat and I don't feel like I ate anything. I feel like satisfied, but I don't feel like, like I got a 10-pound brick in my stomach. So always having a protein and carb source available. I recently made the switch from, I used to eat chicken all the time. Again, this is just go back to picking foods that I digest well. For me, it's red meat. So I eat a lot of ground beef. I eat that every day. And I digest it well. And I always have 3 days at a time. That's how I really attack my week. And I fill in the rest with just high protein things like high protein protein bars. I love beef jerky. Mm-hmm. Like if I have a bag of beef jerky always readily available, I know that's not only delicious, but I'm getting my protein in.
It's expensive though.
It's expensive, and some brands just screw you with like how much air is left in those bags. It's like, dude, where's the beef jerky? Yeah. So Old Trafford is great. Old Trafford beef jerky is great. So that's a brand. Old Trafford just sent me some. But yeah, protein and carb source 3 days at a time. That helps me, and 3 days at a time also helps with. If you do it 5 days at a time, you get to the fourth and the fifth day, and sometimes the protein doesn't taste as great as it did when you made it. So that's why I only do 3 days at a time.
Yeah. No, I think that makes sense. I'm not great at meal prepping. I won't lie. I would love to get better. I'm more of like, if I'm making dinner the night before, I will purposely like save some so that I can bring it for lunch the next day.
What's your favorite thing to make more of to have the next day?
We do a lot of meatballs at my house, and
turkey meatballs, meatballs, turkey meatballs.
I do turkey, but we've also done beef, but more so turkey. And then I eat a lot of chicken. We eat a lot of chicken. So always trying to have a little bit of chicken left over. My problem is my kids, I have 3 boys and they eat a lot of food. My older 2 just
I'm one of 3 boys, and we were the house when I was younger where our friends knew that my mom had to buy a crap ton of food. And she would get so pissed off because she was basically feeding like a family of 6 boys at a time sometimes. Yeah. So just be ready for being the house that have a lot of food.
Yeah, no.
And you'd house a gallon of milk in a day.
Like it's crazy. They've eaten more than me. So I have an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old who like consume so much food. So I obviously I want them to eat. So I don't want this to come across bad, but like make a lot of food. And then they like ask for more. And I'm like, but that was my lunch tomorrow. So sometimes, of course, I give it to them. I prioritize my kids 100% over my lunch the next day. But then, I don't always have myself set up for success for the next day. And so I'll go into work and I won't have busy schedules. I've said before, I work out at noon. And so sometimes, which I'm thankful for, like a protein bar. I do love our protein bars. And so I do have one of those, try and have one of those handy, or I'll go steal one from Matt because I know he has some in his office.
There's like one question I asked Trish. It's not how your day's going or what are you working on? It's like, what have you ate today? That's the first question I ask her.
Well, and I will say I feel better when I'm eating. So like the days that I have,
concept. That's
I know, right?
So
wow. When I've had protein and I've had a carb and a little bit of fat, I'm like ready to go and attack my day. Whereas if I just had a protein bar, I'm still going to feel okay, but I won't feel as energized. I think protein bars are better served as like that snack option, not your actual, in my opinion, your meal for the day.
It's not a meal replacement.
It's not a meal replacement, but it's better than nothing, right? So at least I'm getting some protein in my body. But that's a little bit about how I guess, have structured my weeks, which is really not structured. It's just hoping for the best. I need to get better.
Yeah. What about when you go out to eat? So like going out to eat is obviously you might build it into your weekly schedule, but you might not. It might just be you go out. No, I don't feel like eating in tonight. Let's just go out. I don't feel like cooking.
Yeah.
So where do you like to go to eat out at? And what do you get on a menu? Because I think that does matter, especially these days where menus are crazy big. There's a million options looking at you in the face.
That's true.
Do you have a strategy or no?
I do. So I don't count my calories, but I know I have a pretty good idea of like where I'm at in the day just based off of what I've eaten. I mean, so I think if I'm going out to eat, I kind of structure my dinner that way. So, but that doesn't, I mean, I'm always probably going to have a salad, but sometimes I might put like more things on my salad. I think salads they come across as like being healthy, but like there's this salad at Bad Daddy's that like when I order it,
that's a burger bar. People, for anyone didn't know.
I love like bar food. It's like my favorite. And so the salad is not healthy. Like it probably has 1,500 calories in it. And
is it like all the dressing?
It's like there's just so much dressing and there's like a bunch of stuff, but it's so delicious. And people will say, oh, you're trying to be healthy. I'm like, no. Like I am very aware that this is not like a healthy option. But I am going to eat it because it's delicious. I just really like a salad. And so, but I don't want people to think that because I like a salad, I'm trying to always be like healthy because I'll still eat that salad, even though I know it has more calories than like if I were to eat a cheeseburger with French fries. So I think that's kind of how I go into it a little bit is just knowing where I'm at in the day. But even if I've had, I guess I'm not going to say now, I guess with my mentality is I could eat maybe I did have what would be a cheeseburger for lunch, which I don't eat, but let's just say I had one and we were going to Bad Daddy's. I would still order that salad at Bad Daddy's. I'm not going to go to Bad Daddy's and not order that salad. Like those.
What's a salad called? People are going to want to know.
It's like I make it. It's like a build your own salad.
Oh,
it's freaking delicious. So I guess it just depends on where I'm going. Because if I'm going to a restaurant where they have my favorite thing, I'm going to eat my favorite thing.
Yeah, eat your favorite thing. I mean, if there's a burger on the menu, I'm getting that. If I'm going out to dinner though, if I'm like, let's go out to dinner, it's either we have a place around here called Carbohydrates. I get 2 burritos, double chicken. Rice, house that. But if there's a steak on the menu, I'm getting the steak and French fries. That's what I like.
I think the biggest thing that I've heard both of us say, because my salad has chicken, is I'm always going to make sure that there's some sort of protein.
Oh yeah,
like
sure.
I'm never going to eat something without having a protein element to it. And I'll most likely, if I eat my salad, I'll always probably eat my chicken first.
The hack is if you guys go out to eat and research behind this, if you have a big piece of protein as a source and you have your carb, eat your protein first and then the carbs. Don't eat all the carbs first and then you might be a little bit full from the protein. The protein will fill you up. It'll make you feel satiated first and then you can go to your carbs. So that's just a little hack if you go out to eat is get a big protein source, eat the protein source, all of it first, and then move to your carbs. That will also, it's a little bit of a mini strategy when you go out. No,
that's helped me tremendously. Like a lot. And I also think that pick the protein that you want. Don't just pick something that you think you're supposed to have. Like I think Matt would rather have steak. I would rather have chicken. Don't just think that you have to get chicken because it's the healthier option. Just pick the protein that you want and eat that and then go for everything else. Go house everything else like Matt would say.
Hey, I love food. I'm a foodie.
That was good. That was fun.
Yeah, I like it.
I think we could probably talk more about that. I would.
How much I love food?
Not how much you maybe, but just like people have questions. I know I'm still it's all trial and error, I think, and educating yourself. So if you guys have questions about just nutrition in general, let us know. We have an email address now. It's podcast@burnbootcamp.com.
We could do a nutrition episode. Yeah, I like hearing what the people want to hear because I do know a lot and I don't know what you guys want to know. So yeah, hit us up.
Yeah.
Hit us up with some nutrition questions. Don't ever think a question is not good enough to ask because we'll answer anything.
Well, and I think other people might want to know about it too. Yeah. So that's where we're at is we just want to make sure that we're sharing information that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you guys.
Don't forget, follow us on all the social media channels. The podcast is on Apple Podcasts. It's on Spotify. It's on YouTube. So make sure you're liking, subscribing, share with your friends. And I'll go ahead and take us out.
Let's do it.
2 claps on 2. 1, 2. Bye.